Welcome to our annual sports car extravaganza, Britain's best driver's car, where we set out to find the most entertaining new sports car of the year. To which purpose we have gone to the magnificent Anglesey circuit and tested last year's winner, the Ferrari 488 GTB, against the best new sports cars of the year. An M car in the coolest tradition, the BMW M2 gets a brawny 6-cylinder turbocharged engine and a sweet rear-wheel drive chassis.
Of the old school cars here then, the M2 is another one, a bit like the Aston in that respect. Front engine, rear drive. ESC turns off with one push of a button. And then you're on your own. You've just got a nicely balanced little coupe, £45,000 coupe, 6-speed manual gearbox. And it retains the straight 6, unlike Porsche, which has moved to that flat 4. Yes, it's got a turbo, but it is a proper little piece of kit. Nice broad spread of torque. Enough power to unsettle the chassis, but it is not an inherently massively sideways chassis. Oh dear, I tell you what. Carbon thread brakes, not an option. And you sort of feel it at the end of a day like this. Actually, I felt it at about 10:30 this morning in this car. If you're thinking about buying one as a track car, do consider investing in some uprated discs and pads, because the standard kit is fine, but it's not really built for repeated laps on a track day. And also the standard springs may be a little bit too soft for a circuit. It's a good car on the road. It just does lean a little bit. You have to be a little bit smoother with it than you would have to be with a Cayman or some of the other slightly more focused cars. But it's good fun. It is good fun. And because it makes a nicer noise than the Porsche, you know, there's an argument. Once upon a time it was pretty simple. If this came out against the old Cayman, you just say, well, just buy a Cayman. This comes out against the new Cayman, well, you know, the Cayman's chassis is on a different plane, but this thing's got a proper meaty engine. There's that little bit of understeer, then it drifts into a tiny bit of oversteer. But like I say, it's only as much as you want it, really. Takes a little while to get that engine turned in. It's not as agile as a Cayman, because the engine's out the front, because it's a 6, because it's got a turbo on it. It's not the lightest unit around. So even though the BMW still has a 50-50 weight distribution, because BMWs do, to really start exploiting the balance, you've got to get that front end settled first. Otherwise you're just kind of fighting a bit of understeer when you start things. But get it right, and what a lovely balance. What a really pleasingly balanced car. And it's got more poke than the Cayman has, so it's that bit easier to ride things out on the throttle. Really good M car. Got a lot of time for this car. And if you really want it to, it'll do that for a time as well. Good fun. Good fun. BMW at its best.